All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ukakadash. Double unto the apostle of Great Noston that teaches us the truth. Much love and appreciation to all that can preaching the truth and sincerity out there. Shalom to the hopefully elect. So, got a little video there. I was trying to upload the full version because it seems like she did it in two parts. So she did at first she was like, this is the best thing ever, to have that CHIP in my hand. So because I have so much opportunity, so many things I can do. And then she came and then she did another video update, right? So a couple of brothers have put it up, loaded it up. So let's play this one. I know I played it before. I wanted to get the full version, but internet here it's not the greatest. But anyways, let's do what we can with what we got.
The government has frozen my bank account, and it could freeze yours too. You have to listen to my story quick and fast because time is running out. A few days ago, I made a post on social media about the danger of having a chip implanted in my arm. I thought I was exercising my right to free speech. This morning, I woke up only to find that the video I posted was gone, and it was just the beginning of the nightmare. As I was trying to pay for my coffee, the microchip in my arm stopped working. I couldn't even pay for anything. And when I got back to my apartment, it locked me out too. Everything was in there, including my account history. This is why I posted this video as a warning and a plea for help. The government has frozen my bank account.
Right? So, okay, so like now we see what just happened there, right? Because what's gonna happen is that all these things are gonna start popping up more, and the prophets have been talking day in, day out. All the prophecies, bring out all the prophecies and everything, and the people still not listening. But it's okay, right? It's okay, but that's why the Lord never gives His people too much, especially His prophets. Never gives them too much, because you're gonna forget where you come from. That we are Israelites. The Lord never gives you too much and also too little. Right? Because it is nothing for the Lord to change the status of a man from rich to poor or poor to rich. It is more important to take the time, give thanks and praise to the Lord day in, day out, every day. Right? Here in the Dominican Republic, everyone, whenever they're talking about anything that they're gonna do, and even if it's later that day, they always say, God willing, Lord willing. And it is the right way to be. We never know. The man doesn't know his own ways. How can a man know his own ways? Because this is the Lord's portion. Right? And even in the United States and the north sides, and even saying, Lord willing, when you talk to them all the time, it's just like, really, like they don't care, because they don't care. But it feels good, to be in a spot that, they always say, Lord willing, Lord willing. It's absolutely amazing, but at the same time, those stiff-necked people. It is what it is, right? So let's go to Proverbs 20, verse 22 to 24. The first verse is more for some other things later, but let's go to Proverbs 20, verse 23 and 24, and we'll read 22 later. I don't know when it applies to. Okay, so diverse weight are an abomination unto the Lord. A false balance is not good, because a lot of people, what do? They can put extra weight into the cup. They can put extra other stuff just to make a false balance. You think you're going to buy a kilo of whatever, and then you only get 900 grams. This is not a kilo. You get stolen 100 grams, right? Verse 24, men's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own ways? How can a man understand his own ways? That's why it's always good to give thanks and praise to the Lord every day. Ask for forgiveness, whatever sin we've done. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's done, right? There's no other way. We cannot do the same way that we used to do, like like Israel went out of Egypt. Israel went out of Egypt, and what did they do? Like, one of the first little thing they did is that they went back and worshiped idol. They built themselves a young gold bull, because they forgot where they come from, and they forgot what it took for the Lord to do all the marvelous miracles that He did to take them out of the land of Egypt. Let's go to Exodus 32, verse 8 to 10. They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I've commanded them. They have made themselves a molten calf, and have worshipped it, and have sacrificed thereunto, and said, These are thy gods, O Israel, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt. This is a slap in the face of the Lord. Slap in the face of Him. But the Lord was not going to let it go this way. Lord always have a plan. You always have like maybe a million steps ahead of anybody. A million steps. Nobody knows. But the Lord knew what He was going. So verse 9, the Lord said unto Moses, I have seen these people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people. It is a stiff-necked people. Verse 10, now therefore, let me alone, that I may wax, that my verse 10, okay, sorry, Exodus 32, verse 10, now therefore, let me alone, that my wrath may wax hot against them, and that I may consume them, and I will make thee a great nation, talking to Moses. But the Lord was just going to wax to make His wrath go hot, wax cold on them, wax hot on them, that I may consume them. He was going to just destroy them, like consume fire. But the only good thing is that Moses said unto the Lord, no, please don't do this. Please don't do this. Just take your time and please, reconsider your people. How can you take your people out of the land of Egypt and then you destroy them? Like, please, and the Lord reconsidered it. See how much of mercy that the Lord have. How much mercy. Think about any of you, anybody, would have like a group of people. You've done so much for them, and then they just turn against you and just saying, doing other stuff, and the Lord was just going to destroy them. Because those people are stiff-necked people, and they're proud. That's stiff-necked, that's one thing, and then they have another. Those people are proud also. A lot of them are proud. Just like Saul. He forgot that David could have just killed him. He just cut a little piece of his garment, and then later on he called him, hey, you see your garment? You see a piece of your garment? And then he left. If Saul would have a little bit of understanding, would have a little bit of mercy in his heart, he would probably reconsider and stop to chase and try to kill David. But no, he even went harder to try to kill him. But we know how that story goes. He was a wicked king, and then the Lord killed him. He got killed, and then I think his head was paraded into the city or something. I'm not too sure, but I think that's what it is. But proud people are one of the 7 things that the Lord hates. You know, you help those people to the moon and come back, move mountains for them, you know, spread the sea, the Red Sea, kill the Egyptian in them. But no, they're proud. You know, proud make those people say weird things. You never did anything good for me, but you know, they can remember, you know, all the bad things that you did to them. But the good thing, forget about it. That's the hypocrisy of these people, right? And then they can paint you like to be belligerent, to be vicious, to be violent. And then weeks later they can come back to you. Oh, hey, I need this thing. I need let's say a document, right? I need that document. Can you bring it for me? And then right, and then they can come see you without all the police escort that they called on you. That's that's, you know, high level hypocrisy here. High level, right? Because you're supposed to be belligerent, vicious, and violent, right? The Lord knows it all, and the Lord, you know, see it all. Anyways, He knows it all. He sees it all, and He will at the. And okay, let's go to that to this Proverb 20, verse 22. 20 verse 22. Okay. Say not thou, I will recompense evil, but wait on the Lord, and He will save thee. He will fight for thee. Do not recompense evil for evil, because this is the Lord's portion. The Lord's portion. Everybody's got to pay for something they did, right? They've done. Yeah, and also another thing, the Lord can take anything back anytime. He gives it to you. Give thanks and praise. You know, hopefully you keep it or something. But if the Lord takes it, He takes it. What can you do? Just keep on doing the work. He doesn't like anybody who draw back, right? Right? The Lord can take anything. Let's say the Lord can start like this. Okay, He's gonna take house, He's gonna take wife, He's gonna take kids, or, you know, sister, mother, father, all at the same time. It's a package deal. It's not a happy meal. It's a package deal. And what you're gonna do? The Lord wanna see how you're gonna react. Right? Are you gonna quit on the Lord? You can do that, right? If we don't know, if we don't know how to deal with a situation, a situation like that, we cannot rely on ourselves. We cannot rely on ourselves. We gotta pray to the Lord, pray for mercy, for yourself, forgive your sin, and then He may maybe, alleviate a little of the weight on you. He'll help you to get through it. It gives you an exit door somehow, something, right? And and also you ask Him to show you the way, right? Show me the way, because you don't know which way to go, and you feel helpless. Man do not know his own ways. He doesn't know his own steps. That's just how it is. There's no going. And anybody who relies on himself, he's he's an incredule. He has no understanding. He has no faith. He has nothing. Right? But you see, a lot of these people, they're so proud. They have double standards, hypocrisy. Their hypocrisy is genuine, something special, but the Lord will make them pay in due time. All the proud people, all the people that forget the way of the Lord, all those people that doesn't understand that, look, The prophecies are going to come to pass. They're coming to pass. The prophets are talking about them. The prophets are out talking about them. Day in, day out. Day and night. Right? Just give me a second. Yeah, so, and also, if you lose anything because of the Lord, because of this word, because of the word of the Lord, because of the proper doctrine and everything, don't be dismayed by it, Don't be amazed. Just like the verse says, don't be dismayed when thou be changed in a low state. It happens, right? Like Peter asked to our Lord Yahushua, now that we left everything for this walk, what shall we get? What shall we get? And it's a good answer, because nobody want to really, invest in anything for nothing. Nobody want to invest in anything for nothing. And then let's see what Yahushua said unto him. Right? In Mark 10, verse 29 to 31. And Yahushua answered and said, Verily I say unto you, there is no man that had left houses, brethren, sister, father, or mother, or wife, or children, or land, for my sake in the gospel, but he shall receive 100-fold. Now in this time, houses and brethren and sisters and mothers and children and land, with persecution, and in their world to come eternal life. So everything that you can lose cannot compare to eternal life at the end of the day. It cannot, right? It cannot. And a lot of these people that are in high status right now will be in low status in the new world, because they will not take the time to comply to the word of the Lord, to do the will, but they're going to comply to this world. And this world, this world is made for many, but the next world is made for few. Right? Verse 31. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first in the new world. In the new world, right? So when persecution comes around, when hard times can come and stuff, do not draw back. Can't draw back, because Hebrews 10:38 told us already what the Lord think about this, right? Verse Hebrews 10:38. Now the just shall live by faith. But if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. Right? So that's the reason why we cannot just draw back like this. Is it because your car is let's say, you have a good car, the car has been driving, good for a year, and then one day it's not driving too well because maybe it needs an oil change, it needs something, you're just gonna, just toss it to the garbage? No, you're gonna try to fix it, do the best you can, right? When the hard situation comes along, that's when you have to examine yourself. You got to examine yourself every day, first of all. But when the situation comes, you got to examine even more, because you never really know, and you gotta where the problem is, where the situation can be started or triggered from, and stuff like that. So you always have to ask for forgiveness, pray, and do the best you can. The Lord will help you. The Lord will have your back, right? So hopefully this lesson has been edifying. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Kal Halo Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Bakat Yahweh, Bakat Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Double honor to the Apostle of Great Millstone that teaches the truth. Much love and appreciation to all that can preaching the truth and sincerity out there. Shalom to the hopefully elect.